This race got underway with a drag to the first corner. Moritz Viskersen on the outside of Luca Engstler, but Rafael Suzuki was on his inside. Suzuki was quite far back, lunged into the first corner. Contact between them, and unfortunately, the Aston was stricken in the middle of the road. Alberto Duran, Joachim Bulting, among those that collected the near stationary Com2U racing car. And then also there was subsequent contact that sent the Villico Racing Porsche of Kalle Bergman into a spin too. That car didn't look like it picked up too much damage, but still couldn't race any further. It was Alberto Duran's Ferrari being towed away that we saw just there. Safety car conditions gave way to green flag racing once again, and Gonzalo Araujo almost gave way to Eric Chung there in the Cup 1 lead battle. At the time that was for second overall as well, and Chung really was trying very hard, but having a few moments out there on the circuit. He and Holtzum, Sandro Holtzum that is, were exchanging overall positions for a little while there, just a few minutes into the race, but eventually the big BMW got by and pressed on forward. We had a very near moment there for Jakob Bidstrup in his Ferrari 488 Challenge further back in the field. Alexander Bijatovic had a fairly complicated race. He had a couple of moments out there on the circuit, and there was then to be a moment again for Com2U Racing. Tyre puncture on the number 700 Aston Martin of Kobe Powell's. That would ultimately finish 24th. Some side-by-side action there as Marius Gureski tried to get past John Dillon, and Hubert Darmetko was just behind him, fighting for overall places. Lots of overall places under contest. You saw there Kari Schreiner getting past Severin Mazur. Casillo was getting overtaken here by Przemysław Bienkowski, all the way down in 27th place, but the battles truly were absolutely everywhere. Bijatovic tried to get past Alois Meyer, and that wasn't going to work. Bijatovic facing the wrong way, unfortunately not for the last time in the race. Meanwhile, Rafael Duran was having a good fight against Cristiano Maciel, as were Gureski and Darmetko in the Cup 2 battle. This was enthralling in the final minutes of the race as they fought for their positions. Ulrich Larsen also fighting to stay in the overall top 10, which he just about managed. Hubert Darmetko was fighting against the brake pedal at times during his battle with the Atlas Waterfoot Racing Porsche. Really great racing from both drivers. This was the moment where Darmetko thought he might have done it, but he was too late on the brakes into the first corner, drifted out wide, and Gureski continued on unabated. The exchanges were ongoing though, and Darmetko moved into the lead just before the incident here for Alexander Bijatovic, along with one of the AF course cars. That was, of course, Eric Chung that he collided with. Darmetko then would win in Cup 2 with that late move at the end of the race, and Luca Engstler, who was relatively trouble-free at the front, would win overall and in GT3 Pro in his return to GT racing after his absence due to injury in Macau back in November. Engstler wins it then by 4 seconds under safety car from Sandra Holtzum, the Invitational Class BMW M4. In third place, Gonzalo Araujo in the 150 car, Anders Bidstrup in fourth position for DC Motorsport. Kari Schreiner winning among the GT3 class drivers in 5th overall. Severin Mazur winning Cup 4 in 6th. Then it was Rafael Duran in 7th, Cristiano Maciel in 8th, Paulo Scudieri in 9th, and Ulrich Larsen rounding out the overall top 10. In 11th place it was John Dillon, Alessio Raffini in P12, Manel Lau in the GT2 Mercedes made up good positions, ended up finishing 13th overall. Hubert Darmetko in 14th place, Marius Gureski in 15th place, Shintaro Akatsu in 16th, Alfredo Hernandez in 17th, Oscar Rinzovic 18th, Jakob Travog in 19th position, and Sven Schurmer down in 20th place at the end of the race. Ryan James in 21st, winning in Cup 3. Alois Meyer in 22nd place, had a Przemysław Bienkowski. Kobe Powell's, after the puncture, recovered to 24th ahead of Cup 5 winner Jakob Bidstrup. Apologies, Jakob, for initially saying Darren won that class. Germana Tognella in 26th position. And as you can see, the rest of the order cycling through. It was certainly a dramatic race. It was one that did not lack for incident, but it also did not lack for action in the GT Winter Series. So